But we will see players unknown continue to advance and continue to impress. They'll be taking on Lizard Wizards, which features Gale Force Esports streamer by the name of Selenity, good friend of mine. And you actually got to hang out with these guys, right?
Yeah, it's my least favorite person in the world, Vivance. I was in Austin. Selenity came out. Athrop came out, and Zach or Vivance was just like, "Nope, I don't want to see Haas. He's dead to me." But yeah, nice. Selenity is so nice. Athrop, Alex, really nice guy as well. So gonna be fun one.
Yeah, they're going through the bands now. We see Braxis band, Warhead band as well. So we'll see who they line up. The donations continue to rise. Our goal for the evening is 700. We're up to 682. Steadily rising. Thanks for all the support, guys. You know, this prize pool is as a thank you to the players. And it's amazing to see this kind of response already from the community. You can go ahead and give a free $1. You go over to the Matcherino site. It's !Matcherino in the chat, where you will see instructions on how you can throw in the code and add to the prize pool.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Tempo Storm for partnering with us for this season. I think this is gonna be the best season yet, man. I might be a little biased, but
I agree. I mean, Tempo have put some awesome stuff in there. If you guys want to rep Tempo Apparel, we have 2 different T-shirts plus team jerseys to. If you donate, you get those. So, and I have probably the best recommendation of a Tempo jersey. Artemis or Morgan stole Cawthon's and says it is a very comfy jersey. So, what better recommendation do you need, right?
Hey, you know, I think I'm gonna pick up one of those salt shaker things. That just cracks me up. Like, that's so on the nose, like the little stress reliever salt shaker. Cause it's like, imagine being tilted in Hero League. It's like, all right, man, I just lost like 5 games in a row. I'm all been out of shape, and you look over on your desk and you see this salt shaker, and you're just like, that's me right now.
That's me.
That's me.
That's me.
So to be able to do, yeah, right. So to be able to do that, I don't know. I think that's really cool. But
for sure.
We're waiting on the lobby. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the map. One of my favorite maps to cast personally. A lot of actions at it. You don't like it?
No.
Interesting. Why not, man?
It's so as a map, it's very micro orientated. It's great at the highest level of play because it comes down to individual decisions. So whereas on maps like Shrines or D-Shire, it's all about being able to macro well and your shot caller having a big influence. Whereas Tomb, if you as an individual put one step wrong, you have to be knowing where you need to be at what times, and it's not down to your shot caller to do that. So in games where it can be one-sided, you see a lot. There's more likely to be mistakes, is what I mean. Which, I mean, leads to fun and enjoyable games, but yeah. Well, I also don't like the map.
I guess it's just a difference of perspective. Like, I just like stuff. I like seeing people get blown up. I just enjoy the game. Haas, you have a very analytical mind, so I definitely think you can understand you want a map more where it's like shot calling and strategies more key. Where this is Hero Storm. Like Tomb of the Spider Queen. Like, it's just a brawler. Like, you just rotate around, you look for fights. So a lot of that, you know, cerebral style of play doesn't really net you as much value. So I can appreciate that, but there's usually a good amount of fireworks here.
Yeah, I mean, it can be good. The lobby is indeed up.
Oh. And I have my invite. See who's on the left and right so I can update this. Looks like we will keep players unknown on the left, so on the right we'll have the Lizard Wizards. So let me update that because I'm good at this and I know what I'm doing. Keep up. All right. So there's that. I'm glad I'm looking forward to casting Lizard Wizards. I've been able to cast them a few times in Chair League.
I feel like something crazy is gonna come out.
It could. They are wizards. They got something up their sleeve. When I met these guys at BlizzCon last year, and they were there for the genesis of One of the best mixed drinks I've ever had in my life. Now, Haas, I know you're 14, so you don't, you haven't really consumed an alcoholic beverage just yet.
Yeah, same actually. Yeah. Yeah, same.
But Bourbon and Sprite, The Lie.
I can see it.
An interesting story came out of that. Chatting with the members of the Lizard Wizards. So if you're at BlizzCon this coming year, or you catch me at some kind of event, or just ask me when I'm streaming or doing something, I'll tell you the story. It was really funny, but one of the best drinks ever.
See, I mean, the after party at Dorms was okay hand. Just drinks. Hecarim J and Aether, our coach, had a Long Island drinking off. I think they had like 4 or 5 each, so that was fun.
God.
Me and Honeychild were on a mission to find a drink that Claudius enjoyed. I think I finally found one, and then someone drank it for him. I randomly got handed a raspberry mojito, which was actually reasonably decent. Yeah, that was a fun night. Don't remember some of it, but it was a good night.
The parts I remember were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go that hard in the paint. You guys got to hang out a little while longer. I had to go back Sunday night, so...
Yeah, I mean, we went into that Saturday night being like, no matter what the result of the tournament is, we don't want to remember the night. And it worked. Like, yeah. I promise I'm not an alcoholic.
Same.
Yeah,
Same. But we're just getting everybody situated in the lobby. I'm making sure the team names and stuff aren't like... I gotta find a way to like have this auto space and size itself, because some people got like 4 character names, some people got 24 character names, so it's like, all right, I gotta zoom and enhance, I gotta embiggen.
Just abbreviate it, like Lizard Wizards to Liz.
Yeah.
Players
well, I shortened accident free since the AFS, because I was like that's a mouthful, man. If we pass 4 syllables, like players unknown, that's good.
Yeah.
Lizard Wizards. But when you're like, Bob and the Technicolor Kappa Dreamcoats, it's like, come on, man.
Hey, nice.
Now
Yeah,
watch
same.
next week. Next week there's gonna be a team named Bob and the Technicolor Kappa Dreamcoats, and I'll be like, come on, man.
Bob and the Kappa Pride Dreamcoats. I actually hate.
That's actually better.
Sometimes I hate myself,
Thanks for the setup. Thanks.
We're going into draft. Tomb of the Spooder Queen.
Oh man. All right, loading into the map. Players unknown again. They've been hanging out on the left side of the screen all night.
They love it.
The luxury of first pick, first ban. They take Zarya off the board. Will we see the trend of Tassadar getting yanked off next?
Likely so. Tassadar is strong in almost every map. I think BOE is probably the only one where you can let it slide a little bit. But Tomb of the Spider Queen, constant action, constant value from shields. They're going to go for the Gul'dan ban instead. This has to be a Tassadar pickup. Has to be.
You see in the chat what Vibens just made?
Yeah, I have. This is why I'm not friends with him.
That's the old is that like an 18-wheeler with the Lizard Wizards in the back?
2,
like
4, 6, 8 wheeler.
Is that the train?
It's a school bus.
Yeah, it's a school bus.
It's Selenity at the front, being the cat, and then leading the wizards.
That's why cavemen painted on walls, man. That's artwork. Well played. But we see Tassadar get picked up.
Are you calling Zach a caveman? Like,
no,
is that what I just heard?
That is not.
Whoa! Like, I mean, I dislike the guy, but dude, chill.
Oh, the old memer and dreamer out here.
Oh, man.
Tassadar picked up first, Mouth Vala. Next to follow up. We were talking about the idea of leaving Vala out there without a double support. With Tassadar showing on the opposite side of the screen, that could be a liability.
Greymane Arthas is my next 2 picks, I think. Or Greymane Lucio. No. Yeah, Greymane Arthas or Greymane Lucio. I think will seal the deal. We've seen that they love their Arthas in the early rotation.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason for them not to pick it as strong in rotation.
Yeah. I understand the Gul'dan ban. He does a ton of damage. He has a ton of wave clear. I'm wondering if that's, research of the opponent or if they just don't want to deal with that aspect. We do see Lucio getting prioritized. And I was wondering if they were going to do that because it's like these teams they're going up against keep leaving Lucio out there past the second round of the bans, and it's just like someone's going to catch wind of that later, sooner or later, right?
Yeah, and this time, because the Malfurion is banned, Malfurion's picked, they just take away the Lucio, second best support in the game right now, so they do secure it early. They don't want to get taken away from that. However, the problem with picking it early is the Lizard Wizard could go for a very CC-heavy team, where Cleanse is definitely needed. So yeah. Sonya Ban's interesting. It's not the strongest map, because Lizard Wizards have the 3-4 pick next. It's a nice ban to get rid of the Arthas. He is arguably the strongest tank, which means we'll probably see either a Mura or a Joe picked up here. Of course, ETC is still 6 foot under, so unlikely to see him.
Rip. I think Johanna would be the way to go here. Without a warrior yet selected for the members of Players Unknown, having the blind against Greymane isn't half bad. You can definitely see with Lucio and Tassadar picked up that they're going to be putting a lot on the shoulders of that Greymane to get a good amount of value. So he'll probably be more forward-leaning. You get the blind on him at the right time. You could help turn the tide in a team fight. And it also helps with wave clear. I think that'd be a wise choice, personally.
Yeah, you know what hero is good on this map? Nazeebo.
And they're the team to do it. If a team is going to do this, if a team is going to get the added $10 to the pool, that Artanis picks for me. Thanks, Violence. Appreciate that.
I mean, I still hate the guy. So actually, Nazeebo could be picked up here by Players Unknown as well. It's quite nice with the Tassadar. You're probably getting to level 20. You just go Nazeebo plus big frontline like the Muradin, and you're relatively safe with the help of the Lucio and the Tass. Can also work for Lizard Wizards as well if they want to go for that. So have to see. This 4-5, it has to be a tank, which I think has to be Muradin 9 times out of 10. There's nothing else really on board. You're not really picking the ETC because it doesn't combo with anything. Muradin, still a great hero, great at scouting out rotations. Any damage he takes on the rotation by pressuring the opponent out, he just steps out and he's back to full health because third wind is broken. And then you're looking for a flex/solo laner, which can be the Nazeebo. You're going into the Artanis, so you can actually pick up a favorable matchup here.
Now, back in dorm, University of Toronto. Oh no!
There it is, $5.
I just asked for a warning. I just asked for a warning. The Ginger Dread Nazeebo. Look how big his face is in that frame. Tell me that doesn't freak you out, man. I'll take this one for the team. I'm happy to see this because that means we get to donate more to the prize pool, and it serves as a big thank you to the teams. But Haas, this is your doing, man. 100%. Now, I bet you Lizard Wizard... Oh, Cassia. Nice. With double blinds?
Ooh, spicy.
Very spicy.
So...
Just look at that bobbing giant face. You see that? Look at it. And he knows. He knows he's creepy looking. Look at that smile on his face. He embraces it. He's like, this is who I
see
am.
you. You see me.
Right.
You creeped
out.
What
it is. Right. You
Come
know what
at
it
me.
is. Problem? I don't know, man. It's creepy. It's creepy. But we do see Cassia get picked up, and that raises something of a question mark. That could be the X Factor. Being played by Oddish, stepping in the ropes with the Lizard Wizard. Stepping through the ropes. Nice. Oddish definitely knows how to play Cassia. Saw her play that hero at the Media Summit. Could see some fireworks for sure there. But yeah, if the Cassia is able to go off, they got multiple sources of blinds, so Cassia stands to have something of a field day. It also limits the damage of Greymane quite a bit. Could be interesting. We're about to find out.
Yeah, on the left-hand side, It is going to be players unknown. Picante once again on that Grey main, very mechanically skilled player. We've seen moments of excellence from him tonight. Domo is going to be on, I wanted to leave it till last, but I accidentally said Domo's name, is going to be that special snowflake on the Nazeebo. Apex playing Lucio for the third game in a row. Cripsy showing off all of his mechanical skills on that Tassadar. He's going to be loving life. Finally missed on the Muradin.
Over on the right side, we've got the Lizard Wizards. Getting the Oddish roar in the chat for Oddish playing Cassia. Vivens is on Artanis. Aetherok is on Malfurion. Salinity is on Vala. And Jono 306 is going to round it out on Johanna. Throws out the blind. Finds Apex leading the charge. Dumavarian throws out that jar. Spiders are spreading around. Ginger Dread Nazeebo.
Vivance there. Gonna go for the swap on Apex, but is gonna miss because he's a terrible person. I'll stop at some point, we'll see. They're just going to look for the wave clear in mid. Interestingly enough, Johanna isn't actually allowed to step up into that wave. Does get bullied off. Oddish does step up. A lot of free damage going off already onto Jono. Athrock having to use resources early on there. And the rotation game is all in the hands of players unknown for now.
Jono's been having something of a difficult time eating all that damage on the front line. Johanna's definitely gonna look forward to those talents at 4 and 7 to help out with all of that. But action out of the gate, Mist is able to dwarf toss out of there. Looking at the talents at level 1, we do see block for Muradin.
For the
Something of a surprise.
Yeah, it's to mitigate the Cassia damage and the Vala damage. It's not a bad talent. You still have that second win when you do step outside of combat, and this is what I was saying. Mist on this Muradin, a complete and utter menace. We've already forced basically 8 tower shots just with that stall of the rotation, and he's still full HP. He's going to do the same here towards the mid lane. Gets all 4 dismounts, in fact. Good tank stuff already.
It's one of the most lolsy things you'll see on this map. You just see Muradin stick his neck out there, slow down the rotation. He just jumps out, jumps over the wall, and he's like, all right, well, see you later. Next time you see him full health again. Damavarian could be in a spot of trouble. The dash is not going to be there to secure the takedown. Looking at his talents, though, he's already at 72 stacks for Widowmaker 2 minutes into the game. That doesn't bode well for the Lizard Wizards at all.
No, it certainly doesn't. But Vivance is forcing him out of lane. He's forced him to tap already. He's just going to be pushing this wave in, and we're going to see some tower shots be used down here early. Back up in the mid lane, however, Mist is forced to jump away. Low on mana, is going to tap here. We're going to start to see the trickle of gems. That's already 8 turned in. So they are 16% of the way there.
If anyone was questioning the value of Cassia, they have the most damage out of anyone right now, clearing 8,000, 2.5 minutes into the game. But double support with Lucio is definitely going to be something of a tough nut to crack. Jono with 17 gems eats some chip damage and a Stormbolt for their trouble. Apex skates on out of there. Both teams just kind of poking at each other right now.
Yeah, it's the classic rotation game, which when you have a tank like Johanna, you're not really pressuring anything, and it's very easy to deflect the pressure from your opponent because the Condemn, the Iron Skin, you have great tools to stop any aggro rotates like we're seeing here. So it is a very passive style of play. We're going to see a bit of trading, but both teams can just heal up efficiently. Malfurion is great at that. Muradin and Lucio are great on the other side. It's just about who's able to stall more efficiently, and that has so far been players unknown. The XP lead does show that slightly.
Yeah, they're just ahead. Aetherok is going to heal themselves to back out of there. 28 gems turned in. 4 players unknown, 24 in the pockets of Jono. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on him. If he gets those turned in, that will help out the members of Lizard Wizards a lot. Apex feeling cheeky and daring, skating around, but this could get caught out. Oddish should have help. Aetherok stepping forward. Condemn's going to bring Mist back to the fold. Apex is going to skate out of there, jumps on the wall, gets out.
Yeah, there was a little trade going in down bottom side as well. Vivance once again has the advantage down here. He did land a very nice swap. Did get zombie walled after the fact, however, so he did take a bit of damage, but Domo forced to tap yet again.
I'm putting this out there right now, Haas. If at level 7 Nazeebo goes for Dead Rush, I'll donate $20 to the prize.
Damn. I mean, you know that's not happening. Apex! He got picked off. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, we see the lethality. Oh no, Artanis, the sound response is going to be there. You take down one of ours, watch out on another part of the map. And it's actually going to be the Web Weavers for players unknown picked up first. a very surprising turn of events. Apex must have gotten pretty cheeky out there.
Have overstepped his mark. I mean, Accelerando is probably one of the most fun talents in the game, and it does lead to missteps sometime, even on the best of players. Blue Web Weavers are descending. There's not going to be too much value gained up top. Oh, it's just short. They were about a split second from that Web Weaver passing up. Cleared the minion wave a little bit late. So, going to have Artanis tackle with bottom lane for now. He does have the amateur opponent, so he can clear it quickly. Stepping up in this mid wave, getting some damage off, but Oddish is pressured.
The pressure is definitely the word to consider. Both of these towers are out of ammo and health. Jono steps forward, tries to get it condemned. Salinity, Aetheric on the back line. Oddish looking for the right time to jump in with Finn. Decides that's the moment just to burn down the middle Web Weaver. Rotation is going to be here from the Lizard Wizards. Could potentially catch someone depending on the angle they decide to move in. But, nope. Oddish, Jono, Aetheric rotate up. They're playing it safe. I like this choice. But Vivens, man, he's been having a tough time going up against this Nazeebo.
Yeah, he had the early game. Actually worked out pretty nicely. But now the Widowmaker is fully stacked. We're 5 minutes into the game and it is fully stacked. Plus the level 7 talent coming in as well. Artanis is pressured rather hard in this bottom lane. He is now going to look to group up. They need to force something before level 10. That is either in the means of a turn-in or a fight. Nice two-man route there. Does get followed up by the multi-shot. Salinity, however, is isolated for now. That now turns into Athrock being isolated. And he will fall.
The swap actually ends up helping out Damavarian with the rotation. Malfurion's taken down off-screen. Damavarian trying to get out of there. Artanis is going to go down again. Heroics around the corner. Oddish gets spotted out by Tassadar. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The boop. The follow-up. The takedown.
Never lucky.
Heroics are picked up for players unknown who are looking to build up quite a bit of steam. 48 gems in the pockets, not too far away from turning. And we see Jono turning in top. This is a pure defensive gesture just to slow down the steady advance of players unknown. I like this choice for you.
Yeah, one of the problems with this turn-in, though, is it's very hard to get value from it. This bottom lane is extremely pushed in, so you don't expect too much to happen there. Mid also pushed in. The most value they'll get from top, or the most value they would get is from top, but it's extremely hard to do so because you have this 2-level deficit where heroics are just so strong. Archon, Garg, and Gofor is a lot of pressure both on your front and back lines. It's extremely hard to step up into that. They are, however, going to try and get this small advantage from mid tower, but they'll even have to fall back from that. Athrock going to get caught out.
Mist jumps in, isolates Malfurion. A support of the Lizard Wizards is going to get taken down. The chase continues. Sound barrier after the boop. Oddish low on health, trying to get out of there. We see the upgraded Cripsy coming out to play. The swap just going to try to help Vivens get out of there. He jumps back, tries to get a shield. Doesn't work out. Salinity is the next target. Only Johanna escapes. The gamble pushing for that mid lane, not paying off.
They tried to get something to accelerate their level 10, but as suspected, they of course got punished for it. Heroics are just too good. Really nice timed sound barrier from Apex there as well. First one we've seen that got a ton of value. Saved himself, allowed Greymane to dive on deep, and allowed Muradin just to be an annoying Muradin zoning out one other player. So good stuff. Both teams do not have turn-in. It is all in the hands of players unknown right now. They're going to go towards their bruiser camps, create a little bit more pressure before finally turning in. And then they'll look to get the trifecta of forts down.
Heroics are here. The swap goes in on Mist. He should still have his Dwarf Toss. He uses that to get out of there. Suppression Pulse goes down. This could be Oddish's time to shine, but with low health already, it's going to be tough. Vala gets taken out on the flank. Greymane is a beast,
nice silence.
But Lucio does get taken down. Silence is going to be there. Vivens trying to sustain. Not going to be enough. 3 for 1 so far. Make that 4. Jono's the last member left, and all of the Lizard Wizards wait to respawn.
Yeah, nice 4-man silence there from Athrock to try and salvage anything he could. And wow, they got that mid pressure. They're now going to go for this boss to create even more pressure on the map before they decide to get the turn in. Big play coming out here. They got the entire team wiped. They're going to transfer that into essentially top 4 plus pressure onto those keep walls as well. Wow, can't say I expected more. Just getting stunned by the boss there. Never.
No one saw that, man.
No one saw. No.
Except for everyone. Except for everyone. But 90 gems in the pockets of players unknown. They pick up the boss. They have 2-level lead and some change. Pretty much 3 levels and a tier advantage. the world is effectively their oyster right now, Haas.
Yep, it really is. They can essentially do anything they want. The map is theirs for the taking, and it looks like this top keep will probably fall. 3-level lead coming in. That is, of course, that 13 talent tier as well. Iceblock being picked up for the Nazeebo. That is hardstyle, meaning that Lucio is going to be a little bit more comfortable going into this.
Yeah, we saw Apex take that last game, and it definitely got some work done. Jono tries to draw, missed in, but Muradin's going to be pretty tough to take down with 2 supports behind him. 5 steps forward. This boss is already going to start knocking down his top keep to have help. Gargantuan comes out. Gary's on the flank. Random Vengeance goes in. Sound barrier. Apex does drop it earlier, and it is in time to save their teammate. 5 in deep. Jono trying to step forward, gets to condemn, gets rocked for the trouble. 2 members. Cassia drops as well, make that 3. Aetherok stuck in the zombie wall. Doesn't even get the Twilight Dream out, and that should be game, House.
Yeah, it will be. There was a moment in that fight where I real-life pog-champed as well and held it for like 3 seconds. So Muradin jumped in, had to pop Avatar, was on about 30%. Artanis in pixels away from hitting a swap that would have taken the Muradin out of the incoming sound barrier, and they would have been able to kill him. It was so close. Probably wouldn't have made a difference, but I mean, that's kind of what Vyvanse deserves. Good game coming out. I mean, we didn't really expect any other result. Shame on Apex for feeding a little bit too much. But yeah, solid play. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They had the early game rotation with the Task Greymane Muradin, Lucio. They had the late game covered with the Task Greymane Nazeebo. So they had all the tools to a good Tomb of the Spider Queen comp. Played it well. Gave up a little bit here and there, but all in all, solid game coming out from Players Unknown.
Yeah, I mean, their performance has been steady and consistent all night. Lizard Wizards, they were able to get the takedown on Apex earlier in the game. They showed some lethality. I think what the critical moment there for me, House, was they pick up their set of web weavers. And I was like, I like this decision. And my reasoning for that was it was just to slow down the momentum that Players Unknown were getting. But to venture to the other side of the map and be like, oh, well, we're going to push without our heroics, that decision was something they never truly recovered from. I think if they just used those to kind of push the lanes, soak the 10, not try to do anything with them, like offensively, and just use it to slow down the game, we might still be talking about the game right now.
Yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of getting that turn in when you're at this 2-level deficit and the enemy has their heroics, but I can see merit to it. If you do turn in and everything is pushed in and you can just use your web weavers as a bit of a cover to safe soak all 3 lanes, then that can accelerate your 10. But the fact that they tried to overstep the mark and push their disadvantage even a little bit too far, they got punished for that, and they needed to understand how to play from behind when you have that map objective for you.
Yeah, I mean, in Heroes of the Storm, there are times to go for gutsy plays that on paper don't look like they're going to go in your favor too much. But at that point in the game, I think it was a little too soon to just, start throwing dice. The steady and consistent play was there to punish the advance. Lizard Wizards, they play often enough. This is their first time in Heroes Hype, so I'm really excited to see that. It was really cool to see them make it this far.
Yeah, they made quarterfinals, so hats off to them for that. Top 8 already. Now keep it consistent throughout the season, and they got this.
Yeah, I think all in all, it's a good showing. Like you get a sampling of what caliber of teams you're gonna go up against. The Cassia gamble just.
Cassia has 50% win rate tonight, right?
Yeah, like I think Cassia works. I understood why they went for triple blind. It's just against Lucio Tassadar.
Yeah,
there's not much of anything that's gonna do very well against that.
You're kind of throwing a lot of your comp into supporting that Cassia, but she can't really pop off A into the Muradin and B into the Greymane Tassadar. It's extremely hard to do.
Right. So I think if that Gul'dan ban was a Tassadar ban, they would have fared a lot better. Because if you only had to worry about sound barrier past the rogues, it's like, all right, we could deal with that. But to have Tassadar's shield on top of that, with Lucio's consistent healing, and then Tassadar goes into Archon form and suddenly becomes a real DPS out of nowhere, it's hard to take any comp against something like that, man. That was tough.
Yeah, I completely agree. Probably actually going to have a bit of a wait until the next game, so what we can do? We can plug sponsors. Ooh.